All right, everybody, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to talk about a very important concept in math, the order of operations. So, you may be familiar with this acronym, PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Sometimes it is like memorized with the phrase, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or pursue every mild dental assistant successfully. Nah, I just made that second one up. That's not real. Anyway, this is the order that you are supposed to do the major math operations in order to solve a problem correctly. So we're talking about problems that have more than one operation in them. So something a little bit more involved than just like 3 plus 5. All right, so the order of operations goes like this. Parentheses have to be done first. Exponents have to be done second. Multiplication and division should be done next, and they should just be done left to right. And then addition and subtraction should be done last. Once again, they should just be done left to right. So let's take a look at an example. All right, here we have the problem. 5 plus 3 times 4 minus 2 minus 12 divided by 3 plus 10 squared. All right. Seems like a pretty long problem, and there are going to be many steps involved, but it's easy if you know your order of operations. So first of all, let's just look and see if we have any parentheses in here. We do right here. So what's going on in these parentheses? We have the problem 4 minus 2. So that must be done first. So it's always best, and people don't like to do this because it's a lot of work and it's so labor intensive that we might just die. But let's rewrite our problem after we solve parentheses. So 4 minus 2 is going to be 2. I'm going to rewrite my entire problem with that piece of it being solved. My problem is now 5 plus 3 times 2 minus 12 divided by 3 plus 10 squared. Now I'm done with all my parentheses. I've got no more. So I move on to exponents. So an exponent is a power. All right, it's a tiny little number. It tells me how many times I'm going to be multiplying this bigger number by itself. So down here, we have the exponent 2 with our 10. So that's a very common exponent. We call it being squared. So this means 10 times 10. It does not mean 10 times 2. All right, it's a common mistake people make. It is 10 times 10. So I'm going to do that next. 10 times 10 is 100. So I am again going to rewrite my problem with that piece of it being solved. So 5 plus 3 times 2 minus 12 divided by 3 plus 100. All right. I'm all out of exponents, and now I move on to multiplication and division. I'm just going to do it left to right. So I've got multiplication here. I've got division here. So let's just go ahead and do that left to right. So my multiplication here is 3 times 2, and that's going to be 6. My division right here, we could say that this is negative 12 divided by 3. And that would give us a negative 4 or minus 4. All right, so then I can just fill in the rest of the blanks. So 5 plus 6 minus 4 plus 100. See how the problem is getting a lot easier and more manageable. So now we're just going to add and subtract left to right. So we can do 5 plus 6, which is 11, and then 11 minus 4, which is 7, and then 7 plus 100, so we get 107. All right, seems fairly doable, right? I'm going to clear my ink, and I don't remember when I wrote this slide. I may have included the solution. I did not. All right, so let's do some more practice together. All right, with this problem, parentheses, we have them. We have to do those first. So 30 minus 3 is 27. Now problem is 27 divided by 3 which is 9. Okay, over here, 1 plus 7 squared. We have no parentheses, but we do have a number being squared, so we have to do that first. 7 squared is 49. So the problem is now 1 plus 49, which is 50. All right, moving on down here, we've got 8 plus 6 times 9. So we have to do 6 times 9 first, which is 54. So our problem is now 8 plus 54, which is 62. All right. Moving on, over here we have 7 plus 12 times 11. So we have to do 12 times 11 first, which, how embarrassing, I forget my math facts. I forget what 12 times 11 is, so I have to go to my calculator. No big, everybody's got to do that sometimes. So 132. So the problem is now 7 plus 132. We add those up, we get 139. All right, moving right along. Let's move this out of the way. So this problem, it's just adding and subtracting, so just do it left to right. So 20 plus 16 is 36. So 36 minus 15 would be 21. All right, in our final problem, we have a set of parentheses, 9 plus 18 minus 3 divided by 8. So you go ahead and add 9 plus 18 to get 27, subtract 3, so you would get 24 once you solve your expression in parentheses, divided by 8, and you're going to get 3. All right. It is a lot of work sometimes, but it's very important to know how to do this. If you cannot do the order of operations correctly, then like all other math that you're going to have to do beyond this is going to be difficult, and it's likely that you're going to get it wrong. So practice it. Remember your PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and apply that. Practice it. Thank you very much for joining me.